going on, folks? How we doing tonight? Yeah, man. It is Thursday night. 45-degree angle, about to get this thing popping, man. I'm telling you, the best scenario is go ahead and get your Focus Radio playing on your phone. Let me see how I'm doing. How we doing? Get your Focus Radio. Get it playing on your phone. Forgot that it's Thursday, so therefore, where we normally have slow music and everything like that, we got a little mix of everything, but we still gonna get it in. It's a lot to talk about, man. A lot is going on. A lot of stuff happening. Glad to see the positivity and stuff that is happening, man. Everybody's kind of moving in their own space. Oh man, we got him coming up in the room tonight, man. What's going on, Patrick? How you been doing, brother? Come see me, man. We back to the Lawson building. Come see me if you're in Roanoke. Who else we got up in here? It's Antoinette Boo. How are you? It's a lot of great stuff, man. A lot of people been doing great work for a minute, man. We're so excited about it. Hey, Miss Karen Mills, still doing a wonderful thing out there. And just a wonderful spirit, wonderful energy. McKinley Force, what up, brother? How you doing, man? Oh, man, that's good, man. Seeing people come up in the room. Go ahead, let's do this thing real quick. If we could, go ahead, because we want people to jump in the conversation tonight, man. I really want to get where everybody is at, because I don't want to seem like it's going to be some times on here where, I'm just going to give my opinion and how I see it at my 45 from being up on here, but we definitely want everybody to join in, because I think I got a couple answers, but I'm not saying I got all the answers. So the best way to do it is all of us at one time, harmoniously, talk about it together, man. Man. Answer that, Buckner. Hey, okay, Buckner. I just saw the boo. I'm sorry. Yo, what's going on to the big homie, man? Checking in from the 757, Reggie Duckett. I appreciate what that brother has been to the area. A lot of people, you don't have to be always like me, make a lot of noise. Sometimes you can get stuff done without having to do a whole bunch of noise at all. So that brother's definitely been one who's been in the money space for a while, man. We appreciate him keeping the longevity, family name, doing that thing. I really want to talk about, man, with the whole reason why we do this. See the Queen jump in here. Thank her for what she's did. Had me on her show this morning, man. That was fun. That was exciting, because it really did show the progression of what we're here for, man. New Focus. We are a group of community builders of opportunity, man. So it's really kind of hard to completely identify exactly who we are, what we do, because it's just so many different dynamics to it. Mainly because I'm grateful for the life I've been living. So I've made my money. I'm okay with what we're doing, But more importantly, we want to now start building wealth. We want to see how wealth sounds being out here, especially in an area that's been deprived of that. I reference a lot an article that Matt Chittum did probably about 2 years ago now, because he was on our show right before he released it. And talking about how long Northwest Roanoke has been stricken with poverty. And I thought it was the perfect time, with all the stuff that's happening in the city and around this area, that we have some powerful people who can really come together and be in front of the curve. And what just hit me today is that everybody doesn't have to have the same way of doing it. It's going to take a lot of different moving pieces in order to get this thing done anyway. So want to open up this room for that. Hey, what's up, Patrick, being down there in the 757. What up, E-Dub? Jumping up in the room, man. And that's what I really want to talk to, too. I want to talk to brothers who now, and I love the ladies, definitely ladies, because ladies are powerful now. Ladies are making money. Ladies are in the right position, so ladies as well jump in the room in this conversation. I love all of us coming together to talk about what's out there, the opportunity. And right now, I got to give it to you. Right now, Focus Radio, like I said, get that new T.I. Dime Trap. I think it was very, very, very important record that came out. Very motivational. And it also gives a sign of what possibilities that we still have time to do here. I'm really excited about the energy of the music that has now launched out from here. So I gotta give a shout out. Always give a shout out to the big homie 808 Ray. 808 Ray doing his thing out there. I don't think there's no other producer. I mean, I gotta think about Timbaland and Pharrell and them had their runs, but I just really don't know who's had a run like the big homie 808 Ray had this year, man. I mean, he really ran through him, man. I mean, when you think about doing that Nas record, Nas album done on the Khaled record, J. Cole, um, then the Carters, man, which he also went got on that credit from that album gives him now he's a Grammy award winning he's on a Grammy award winning project, and so and then after that Lil Wayne and so much. I mean, just seeing that energy coming from Roanoke is the ultimate reason. I told y'all, I love Roanoke and I love what we're doing here, but I still think we're gonna have to bring water in from outside. So one of these reasons we do this thing, man, is for big homie, man. I'm trying to say in 5 years, the Hove gonna come to the Star City within 5 years, we could get it together a lot faster if we pull it together. But I'm telling you, your boy is on a path to, we've been 5 years getting, our foundation. So now this next 5 years, hey, Hove, just come through, pour some water, pour some water. They got a venture capitalist thing that they started from the different businesses doing, and so I say that to say that now Roanoke has, of course, don't run up there and try to find 808 Ray when he comes to town. Hey man, can you hook him with Hove? No. You let the energy and just say, hey, it is possible. And sometimes you might have to go a roundabout way of doing it. Everybody who knows the 808 Ray story, he went up to Philly to hang with the big homie Range, and the rest is history. Focus Radio, man. Good music. Tune in and ride with me, man. That's one thing we do. We're going to bring the music back. I think music heals. And we got a lot of things to heal, man. So let's do it together. Lee Winnett, thanks for jumping up in the room. Listen, the Take Back Our Yard was effort. That's why I wanted to make sure we gave acknowledgement to Erica and what she's been doing with the Daily Grind Show, as well as what she has with her own business, Focus Fashion, and how bringing back just a sense of style. It's always kind of been here in Roanoke, but sometimes we get complacent. So therefore, Nakia Price, how are you? Thanks for Nakia Price Palmer. I'm sorry. You always try to revert people to back what you knew them in high school and stuff like that. But it's great to see when the family that's here and then those who are abroad. Judy, how are you? That's what we're doing it for. It's a late night show where we can talk about things because we ain't got no late night shows really here in Roanoke. So if they bring a late night show with a guy with dreads, y'all know. Y'all know he ain't just talking stuff, man. But not really. We're going to have fun with it, man. We got a lot more exciting things that's going to be coming. But I want to embrace these first couple of weeks, man, of just getting here and talking so we can know there's a purpose. But I like to entertain you, too, because I like to have fun. So we got a lot of great things that's going to be happening. We're going to bring in different guests. Then we're going to have some other skits and different things going through the week. So y'all just make sure y'all staying close, man, with what we're doing at NFE TV because we just believe that's a way that we can do it ourselves. And nothing wrong with them getting the exposure of the major networks and stuff been there. Yes, most definitely. But we also think that you can find your audience, service the people you need to service, be good to them, and make yo, what up? 757 is up in the room today. I mean, the 757 is really up in the room. I miss y'all. I was supposed. Hey, listen, my big homie Beto is up in the room, man. Man, it feels good. But look here, man. We're going to talk about it today because, and I'm loving that Butler is up in here, man, because as I went back down to North a couple weeks ago and I checked in with him, I see brothers, and look here, man, the 757 in different places checking in. My good friend Jamila is up in here. Yo, Beto. Beto. Yo, she up in here, yo. Tack Do is up in the room. Yo, that's funny. But listen, to see that they are doing some of the same things in downtown Norfolk at this time, with the changing of Well, we all scared of the word gentrification and things like that, but knowing we have people in place, this brother's been operating out of a barbershop right off MLK, right in front of where the MLK statue has been. Of course, now they're doing some different things down there. So now he now found more opportunity and is in a nicer spot off Granby, man. Beautiful little location. And we want to provide some water, try to get some water down there, as well as keep on doing it here and just find our communities where we at and put these initiatives together. I think if all of us coming together can actually stay on the same track, stay focused, we can get it done, man. So another reason why we do this, the main reason why we do this is so we can start promoting businesses that you might not normally hear about. And if we can get those businesses to the 100,000 tier, again, that's what the T-Boy effort is. We're going to keep on saying it. If we can get 10 businesses down here in the Lawson building or in the historic Gainsborough area doing $100,000, then we got $1 million worth of business going here. We've been fortunate for the past 2 years to stay above that $100,000 tier. So we know that we got obviously a good enough system to do it ourselves. So if we could actually try to input and implement that with a couple others, and we're excited to see some of those that are doing it. So that's why we go to these commercials, so you can learn more about them. And don't go anywhere. Stick with that. We're going to come back and talk more about how we're going to build this thing up. And, of course, I need your input on the best Hove records, all right? So keep it locked right here with your boy Tommy P on 45 Degree Angle, Focus Radio.
Healthy food for healthier communities. In partnership with Focus Radio and Apple Ridge Farm, the Well Market is a youth-run farm stand providing healthy, local, organic produce to people living in the Northwest Gainsborough neighborhood. Fruits and vegetables such as greens, potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, and squash are harvested from the George Washington Carver Community Garden in Northwest Roanoke and local farms in Floyd County, including Patchwork, Green Island, and Apple Ridge Farm. Money raised from produce sales goes directly back into the program and continues to fund youth involvement and entrepreneurial skill development. Please visit the Well Market every Saturday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. and help support healthy food for healthier communities. The Well, working, eating, living, and learning together.
I am LaVon Sanders, and I am Woo Wee. Woo Wee stands for Women Helping to Encourage Women, Women's Empowerment. I created this group because I've seen for a long time how we as women treat each other, and I felt a platform was needed where we can have those conversations with one another. We should be able to support each other and be on each other's team. There tends to be a lot of jealousy amongst women, and I just think at the age we're at, it's time to let go of those issues. This is why I created Woo Wee, and I appreciate everyone's support. Let's continue to ride this journey together. Again, I am LaVon Sanders, a woman helping to encourage women.
When you partner with Bank of Botetourt and Virginia Mountain Mortgage, you're helping shape the town you love. It's where you live, your culture, your favorite things that all come together to make it more than just buildings. It's your home. We've been part of your community since 1899. Our local lenders are your neighbors, and we're here to take care of you, your home, your neighborhood. Bank of Botetourt and Virginia Mountain Mortgage.
Yeah, man, we're back. Hey, listen, Focus Radio, get it in. Big shouts out to the Bank of Botetourt, man. All they do over there, man. They really show love to the community, man. Big shouts out to Marcus Wade over there. Didn't realize that he was branch manager over there, man. So y'all go and go and open some accounts over there, man. Tell them Tommy P sent you. As well as, man, you have a very, very competent team of professionals, man, doing great work especially helping out small businesses, man. So we can get you prepared for that, man. We can get you right. Yeah, man, Flossie up in here. I see y'all talking, you know. But man, this is Thursday, so we turned up a little bit more. Oh man, instead of the slow music. But man, that's another thing. I guess I cannot overlook the mere fact of when we talk about the music industry and how you have artists such as Jay-Z and Beyonce who've combined their net worth and what they're doing to be able to actually eclipse $1 billion, $1 billion, you know, $1 billion, which I think was very, I loved in that record. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and load that up. Let me get ready to load, let me go and load Beyonce saying that, saying about being a boss. Said that my great grandchildren already rich. You know, why? How about? I've had to get very frustrated with some elders who have been willing to say that it's okay that we have not been passing along wealth, that we have not been actually making sure that we're getting life insurance policies, and what like Erica's been talking about, getting the stock game and doing all that stuff. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that, Jamila. Reasonable Doubt was definitely a strong record. I think it was so strong because it was before we really knew who he was. This is his first album that they actually put together independently, came out at a time that independent music was not the thing. Everybody was looking to get signed. And oh, by the way, so was they. They were looking to get signed. But look what having a plan and sticking with your own idea has changed. A lot of rappers, that's why it's kind of hard for me to get in a debate when somebody's saying who's the GOAT, when now most of all the rest of the artists who may have came out in that time, because Jay-Z's first album, Reasonable Doubt, came out in 96. So in 96, and you think about all the hot artists, all the people who was getting it in at that time, and who's had longevity by now, not just trying to be an entertainer, but actually coming in with a mind to own. Me. And I love those who he's bringing on with him. So by Reasonable Doubt, he definitely gave a lot of information in there that still holds true. And so that's why we really kind of want to do that. I feel like it's not by accident or incident that we have information in front of us. And I just wanted, as from our community, but I like to talk to all of our community. I don't want y'all to keep thinking I just want my black friends to come in the room. I love, Judy, that you up in here. I love getting all my white friends to come in here and talk to, because this is where I think we're at. I want to get to, and this might sound crazy, and I might lose some people from this, but I'm just saying it's my 45-degree angle how I want to say it. I want to get away from labels. I want to get away from the white and black thing. I really want to, in a sense that I never want to lose my identity. I'm never going to be able to lose the identity of that. But letting that be a barrier, especially when we've had probably the strongest leader lately, in recent history, to tell us to get off of that. It really resonates in my mind how Martin Luther King had spoke about how, not the color of the skin, content of the character, judge me by the content of the character, not the color of their skin. So, it really does and really resonates with me that right now that's the space we get into, especially for what has to get done. This is our kids now. Our kids are now more open to inclusion. So to act like it's not happening, or to act like, we're not seeing the derivatives of that is going to be kind of, it's here, as well as technology is here that's showing you that there's different things. So it's one thing to have traditions, and it's one thing to keep things there, but it's also another, I think, to build off and enhance that. And that's what our whole thing is here. We believe that, man, 100 years later, we should be able to take the information of what this community did to rise up in the 1920s. Soon there, less than 50 years really after slavery, and now have a prominent And yes, of course, tax cane and stuff like that. But 100 years later, and now with open space like this, Holden said, yo, around here, everybody, you consider broke if everybody around you is broke except for you. So it ain't about you just getting that dough and getting your money. Everybody can say how much money I got. I need to make sure that the people that get around you is getting money. And you should be able to influence some of that. So that's our whole motive around here. And we think we're going to keep on doing it by having music and having conversations like that. So, yeah, Judy, I think we can do that. I think we can get past that stuff. And strangely enough, I think William Fleming High School really gave me the first. Well, Wilson Road did, too, because Wilson Road won the first Super Bowl. We won't talk about that. But William Fleming. When William Fleming, it's the thing that I think was the craziest to me, to see how it had almost flipped. You see that now, it was not 50-50 at Fleming. It was more so, I would say, and I might be rough, I might be overestimating, but I say it was at least 70-30. And I say the 70-30 this time shifted more on the black side versus the white. And so now to know that Roanoke saying is kind of the other way, to now see how people will respond in a culture different than their own, with it being the reverse, I think is unique, especially the relationships that I've still been able to keep with. A lot of them, I saw a great friend of mine who was enjoying herself down at the St. Patrick's Day event downtown. She was enjoying herself downtown, as was thousands of other people. Thousands of other people were downtown enjoying St. Patrick's Day. So my friend was down there, and she is a girl that we went to school together at Monterey in Plato program, Smart Kids, and then met back again at Fleming. And like I said, I joked with her and saying, look, y'all, I want y'all to come on over to T-Boy out here this summer. The first Saturdays of each month, I want y'all to come out and hang out with us. And she had a friend with her who went to K-Spring. I said, nah, Jennifer be fine to come hang out with black people. She went to Fleming. And it was real, man. It really was. What's going on, man? What's going on, Elder Mayo Jr. coming up in the room, man. I really love what that brother is doing in the community with, being a part of Paradise Cathedral, man, but just getting into his own thing, really being able to service and support his father. But Joseph Mayo Jr. is somebody that y'all need to recognize. Y'all really should see the impact he has on the community. The boy can preach. The boy can preach, and he can play that organ too, man. So I know Dad is proud, and the city should be proud, man, for what's going on. But we talking about it, man. How do we get some of this common ground? How do we now get to a place where we're actually pushing the thing along versus what sometimes as we get older can become cynical and just kind of stop the movement, because I do love seeing the movement here in Roanoke, man. I was encouraged today. I was able to have a conversation with Mrs. Penn from Economic Development over there at TAP, and really had a chance to talk to her about what they announced, what's going on around here and the plan they're going to be doing for the city in that space. But it just blew my mind to know how much they already have been doing, and how many people that's on the actual staff there, what they have been doing that may sometimes get overlooked by some other aspects, man. She definitely enlightened me, and I'm glad we was able to have that conversation. But that only happened by us going into the Plan Roanoke things downtown. The Plan Roanoke meetings that they were having downtown, it now allowed me to meet her and actually talk with her, engage with her. Whereas, any other time I would have to wait and get in the process of what I have to do in order to be in that space. So we can't take for granted having access to people who are actual real changers. And she is definitely one, man, because this initiative that the city with TAP got coming is going to be a real changer if we want it. We got to want to have our area looking better. We got to want to have a common ground. We got to want to have change, or else it's not going to happen. No one's going to give it to us. No help is coming. Nothing's going to change until we change it ourselves. So holler at me, man. Talk to me, man. We do got coming up in the room, up in here. I see that Wiggle Jack is up in the room. Greetings to you, sir. And I love that part of it too. I love at this stage, we do have people coming back to Roanoke from being in the big city, because that now allows for new ideas, and it allows for people who have seen beyond what is on TV or what's being portrayed from other places. Because it takes some people who's actually been able to see movement in different sectors in order to bring about change. Because a lot of times we all get comfortable. We like being comfortable. That's one thing about being home in Roanoke. You can get comfortable. But I love to see everybody who's pushing the envelope right now. That's what's so exciting. And that's why we want to keep doing it, man. We thank y'all for coming up in the room. But definitely check out the actual radio station, because we want to give more of these artists and stuff right here an opportunity. If 808 Ray can make it down there and get in that space, we know we can start sending some others out. And oh, by the way, I've learned when I lived in Virginia Beach was where I was able to take independent music and sell it. Sell it like other things I had learned to sell, in a sense that I knew how many CDs we need to do and know the overhead and all that stuff like that. But of course, that changed. We went digital. Everything went digital. Oh, wow. Marcus Williams up in the room. Shaquan Sanderson and Scott Terry Cavler all up in the room, man. Right here, what we're talking about. But we was able to see that independent music sold, and see that was able to sustain not only a great living for myself, but we had 10 other people who was living pretty good off of that venture. So now to see time coming back, now we're learning the digital space, which now has really opened up more opportunity for everybody. By the digital space being available, like where we at right now, we are right now. It's not no whole bunch of plan after we talk about a whole bunch of local initiatives. Right now, we are reaching so many different sectors that if everyone is agreeing and if everybody's going after the plan, you don't have to like me. You don't have to like what I do or the way I'm going about doing it. But if you now say the mission is moving things along forward, sooner or later, that energy going to bring everybody together. So I'm loving what's happening in Gainesboro. We love and want to bring y'all down here to it, because we're going to have a lot of fun this summer with it. So we're going to talk about T-Boy a little bit more today, because I really need to have it in your hearing that this is going to be a fun thing where we used to have good time with good music down here in this area. Of course, we haven't had no real concerts in the Civic Center in a long time. And of course, I love that the Henry Street Festival is downtown, because now puts it in people's face that normally wouldn't come over on these side of the tracks. But because this area is over here, we have now found the opportunity of being able to do our own thing as well. It's not a competition. It is not something to try to replicate. It's say, hey, here's space where we can keep something going all the time, and we can start inviting people over here, which now actually kind of get people ready for that September thing they do. So that's our intention. Our intention is always to look to support, try to see what we can do to and just say it's possible, man. Say put some ideas that there is a possibility. Even if you go and try to take our idea, it don't hurt us. We're going to come up with more, man. Man, stay for the room, man. Hey, we haven't talked about the whole records except for one. I need to hear those, because it makes sense of how we can also start looking into building this community with the music and business working at the same time, man, because I've always known that you've always had a workforce putting up stages. You always had a workforce doing sales and marketing and things like that. You always had a workforce cleaning up afterwards. And so now if the city's initiative is to start building up workforce, start putting people in these houses, that's the opportunity we got. And they're right in our community. Some of them, if we just come together and look into it, some of them are friends and family and ancestors that we need to be taking care of anyway. So we're going to get to that a little bit more, but keep it locked right here on the 45-degree angle with your boy Tommy P, Focus Radio.
back in time and in style with our tastefully remodeled caboose cars. Whether you're looking for a romantic getaway, dream wedding night, or simply a stay in the beautiful mountains of Southwest Virginia, you won't be disappointed with the Caboose Bed and Breakfast at Apple Ridge. For more information, call or visit appleridge.org today.
My revenge may be bold and outspoken. My passion, bare and understated. Evidence of confusion on my lips. Regardless, it's me.
Go anywhere you want to go. Leave your transportation needs to J&K Tours of Roanoke, Virginia, and expect a hassle-free travel experience. Go anywhere you want to go. Travel without worries. Leave your transportation needs to J&K Tours of Roanoke, Virginia, and expect a hassle-free travel experience. Travels without worries. Visit us at jnktours.com or reach us by phone at 540-795-0381. J&K Tours.
Hey, we are Pretty Please on Broad, a classy and sassy ladies' boutique located in the heart of downtown Alta Vista, Virginia, and the worldwide interwebs. We focus on limited runs, unique fashion at affordable prices. Because as I like to say, no woman wants to show up to her event and did the who wore it better. We have recently added monogramming and embroidery services, and we can rock your fashion and help you personalize that either for your own personal items or for your small business. We focus on big city fashions, so we look at fashion from LA, from New Orleans, as we are a New Orleans inspired boutique, and we really try to focus on bringing in big city fashion without the big city price tag. So give us a call or shop us online at prettypleaseonbroad.com. Our number is 704-281-8748, and make sure to like us on Facebook and Instagram. See you at Pretty Please on Broad, located at 615 Broad Street, downtown Alta Vista, Virginia.
Yeah, man, we're back. It's going down. It's going on 45-degree angle, man. It's your boy Tommy P, man. We're here to talk about the real issues that we can't talk about, like in the morning time, man. So getting down to them, and I'm loving what's happening here. Big shouts out to Mo Davis has joined the room. Josh Lewis, what's up, brother? How you? Thank you for coming up in the room. I love it when it's going down. Natasha Bruce up in here. Chaz Casey up in the room. Big shouts out to each and every one of y'all for joining. This is the only way I feel like we can get it. We can make it happen is by talking about it and getting the thing done together. Real big shout out to the homie Anthony Smith, man, sticking with his thing, man, and pounding the pavement right now, man. Really making stuff happen, man. So shouts out to the brother for what he's doing out there. He definitely putting some trophies up on the mantle with now that new project up there on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Big shouts out to him. But man, we're talking about a lot of different things right now, but the community I think is important because we can. And oh, by the way, listen, I didn't even, that's why I like when the energy is right. So, I've built an algorithm in the program that I use for our radio station. So when I'm not queuing, when I'm not being DJ, I actually pick different songs kind of based on the mood, real similar to like what you get from Pandora and all the other good stuff like that. And we got that in Focus Radio. And this song came up here was Big Old Drip. Did I think? Tell me, listen, that T.I., I'm just trying to tell y'all something. I won't even go into it right now. But it kind of goes in line with what I'm saying. It's no more begging for stuff we can do ourselves. Now, thank you, because it is time for legislation, the powers to be, and all those at the next level to start opening up opportunity that was deprived from us in that time frame that we were coming from. Like I said, that 1920s, that these people pulled up their bootstraps and got it done themselves, but now never really got any real reward from that. And man, Netflix, I told y'all, we're going to keep talking to the big names, because what we're doing here, we know there need to be more water come to Roanoke. So we're going to be out here hashtagging the major networks that we talk about, like Netflix, for all their documentaries. Y'all give them free advertisement. I don't mind, because I done gave most of y'all free advertisement too, though. But thank God for those that pay and know that it is important what we do. So we are excited about that. But yeah, for Netflix and all that stuff like that, man, what they've been doing with the different documentaries, highlighting where we have been losing it and what's been happening. The Sam Cooke one I talked about a little bit last night. The actual, even the one about Quincy. I love the stuff and information about Quincy. But some of the documentaries about like the Black Panthers and things like that. And it's not to say militant. It's more so to just say like, hey, what lessons have we learned in the space that we're in right now? But they got one out there now, man. It says Explained, but Your World Explained. And man, when they went into the mere fact of the 40 acres of the mule and how that was rescinded and all those things like that, it's like, wow, man, we've been getting beat up for a minute. We've been getting beat up with the politics of it for a minute. And that's cool, because again, out of that we see the resiliency. And now when you get a chance at this time to observe those who now going to keep on living by the standard of color, or those who are going to start living by the standard of what we've heard and the content of the character. So we're seeing that now with those who are supporting. We thank for everyone who comes in and do that thing. But everybody should know Hove by now. Everybody should know what Hove has done, mainly because I love the fact of that, how it's been important to incorporate smart tactical moves throughout the process. Now, this is one thing I have never seen. I've never seen, other than Renegade, and y'all might see where I'm going with this. Out of all the rappers and stuff that's came in, have you ever seen, and I'll try to be politically correct with it, a non-melanated rapper on Jay-Z's, any of his labels or anything he's done? Think about that. And in a sense that now, I don't think it was so much as trying to be racist or whatever like that, but more so to say, hey, if the authenticity is what we're going to keep in our music, this is where we know we start, this is what we're doing, and we're going to keep it that way. But however, this is what I will say, for those who are really watching and would get excited about that, when we talk about what happened with the music game has now went from being able to sell CDs out of your trunk or CDs in the store. It has now went to the platform that everything is on here. It's on your phone. It's on our computer. Hence why this is why we keep on coming, meeting you here, because this is where all business and things is heading to. We are definitely living in the Jetsons era. And instead of now trying to take a whole bunch of people who may not have spent years to get proficient and sound in technology and in platforms such as apps and things like that, he went and purchased a company in Tidal that was already predominantly not rappers, however, he owns the company. Now, the beauty of that is one could say in the time lapse of the two, well, hey, Jay, why don't you? There's plenty of people out here in this space to do that, and plenty of people who can work over there. However, if you listen to his music, he even explains that. He said, people will be more willing to work for the man, that means to work for the man, than to work with me. And I'm only talking about these not to just keep on selling this music, but to say these are concepts I think that we're missing in our community, but these are personal references that we all get. We get these references. We have access to these references. And we've also seen the evidence of what comes from that type of work. That man went in independent with a mindset of a business plan and kept on evolving, kept on now. Basically, everyone he had that everybody else was working for, he mirrored what they were doing. Let me give you an example. So before it started becoming popular to start doing movies and stuff with music, was the movies and stuff that Rockefeller had started putting together with the Reasonable Doubt videos and stuff like that, and then the Friend or Foe and all those things like that. Then they took it to another level where they took and made documentaries of their concerts. Behind the Stage, I remember that. Big shouts out to the homie Blanco, the big homie Blanco. One of the obviously you can hear by his name. He was, non-melanated, but he was definitely part of New Focus, and that boy could spit doing this thing up there in Buffalo, New York. But he was in there in there. Big shouts out to the homie down there in Atlanta. You're going to start seeing a lot more of his work. I won't even call his name. Just know y'all going to see more stuff with him. All a part of that project. But they took that, man, and kept on working. Put on independent projects out. And to a point that now they sold their product to a bigger entity. These are steps that we can start doing with ourselves. If we start saying with ourselves now, hey, which that's what I love about, I watched the process of Anthony Smith with his tower company. I don't know why the universe did that, but, shouts out. I see the big homie Twan Reynolds is up in the room, and another young Miss Angela Penn knew Nikki, and Nikki Hale is a glue still in this universe. Hence why I'm so glad to be actually back operating in this building right now, because knowing her energy and her spirit really puts some connections of things that we may not have had before. And to know that he operated in that space of telecommunications for years. He worked for City as a developer to learn it. And when it was time for him to go out, that may not have had all of it together and right to go with, but he went with it and let his intelligence let that stuff put the rest of it together, in that he's still knocking stuff down. So I'm excited about that. Jim Lindsay up in here. Look, Jim, I hear you like go-go, man. I hear you like go-go, Jim. We got some go-go coming to the city, man, for T-Boy. So like I said, it's not going to just be dry in the money that we're raising. Here we go. We really believe we get 5,000 people down here. We could potentially get $1 million worth of business operating in Gainesboro that day. However, the amount we're raising is going to it's directly going to the fund we have created. We already put 10 grand into it. We've already put 10 grand to start it off. We put 10 grand to start it off. We put 10 grand in to start it off. Put 10 grand in to start it off. And we already go out and support other businesses and things like that. Put 10 grand to start it off, to now keep that. If now these businesses come in, 10 businesses doing $100,000 will be $1 million worth of business operating out of historic Gainesboro, an area that a lot of people had left, and we know we can do it. We seeing the evidences of it, and we're getting very close, man. But we want your help with it. We want you to actually get involved with the process. And that happens I see him up in the room, man. Bob Beach, I tell you, is up in the room today. And, bro, we definitely got to get you to bless the stage down here. Royale Swerve, man. That brother got some great music. Been touring, doing a lot of stuff. Did shows overseas. Back here, man, doing this thing in the Tidewater area. So we definitely going to get him down here to the city. And blessings, I caught about that. Bishop Mayo up in the room. I tell you, man, to see... we talk about resilience and see that even Jesus. I hope you'll get mad at me for saying this with Bishop, but I always say even Jesus. Even Jesus was on trial more than once. I'll just say it like that. So to see what he's done and just to know the influence that he's having not only here in this community but abroad into the Dominican Republic. It's just wonderful to have that type of energy around us. Coach Heath Bryant, yet another brother doing great things, man. But I want to talk more about where we're getting so that we can make sure that we are seeing so nobody can say that we aren't there. I think we have started getting to a common ground, and the common ground has started by just each and every one of you who has come into this room tonight. By coming to this room, talking with me and showing that, hey, I at least will give you a few of my minutes. I can't give you the whole hour, but trust and believe. We coming after tonight's show. We coming after what's your boy that took over for Jay Leno? What's his name? That's got the Roots band playing for him now. Dang, Jimmy Fallon. Okay, we coming after those shows. We feel like they did Arsenio wrong. So man, we getting y'all ready for that type of stuff. We gonna build together. That's our whole thing, man. But we are going to take a break, but I really do want y'all, like I said, to stay with us, man, to learn about who's out here. This business right here, man, they moved into their own shop now, so you're seeing people expanding, and this all comes for you guys being a part of this family. So thank y'all. We'll be right back. Keep it live.
The Sweet Spot Yoni Steams. What is Yoni Steaming, you ask? Wonderful question. Yoni Steaming provides detoxification and natural healing for women's reproductive organs. They can be used to heal endometriosis, cysts, fibroids, yeast infections, irregular and painful menstrual cycles, and much more. Yoni Steams can also be helpful for vaginal rejuvenation, and many women use them as a form of meditation. Get your Yoni Steamed at The Sweet Spot now on Facebook.
Faith for a Cure has a fourfold mission rooted in the cure. We care about the cause. We unite people with people. We partner with researchers in order to provide the most current information for persons living with sickle cell anemia in order to educate and spread awareness about this disease. Learn more about sickle cell anemia at www.faithforacure.org.
It's all in me. Yeah, I can be every woman with Brie and B, fashions and accessories.
The Bradley Free Clinic provides free, compassionate, and high-quality medical, dental, pharmaceutical, and preventative health care services for Roanoke Valley residents who lack the resources necessary to maintain their health and productivity using volunteer healthcare professionals. Check them out on their website at bradleyfreeclinic.com. Yeah, man, we about to pull this thing on in, man. But big shouts out to the Bradley Free Clinic. We love our partnership with them. They have the fashion show coming up right now. We love that they partner with Focus Fashion as well as New Focus Entertainment to do a lot of great things for that cause. That's one of the biggest fundraisers they do for the year. They provide so many services, man. Especially I see a lot of small business owners here who may not have insurance, and you're not able to take as much from your business now for a salary. So therefore, there's an option for your health care to go over there and get things. And now they have even more services that they're offering with the changes up there. So check them out. But I love the fact of seeing what Coach He said. And this is what I will say to that, Coach He. Where I'm at with it now, thank God for the 45-degree angle, because I keeps it real, is that now before is that we can get complacent with playing on teams that are used to losing. I'm going to say that again. And I'm going to reference because I see a lot of people here who can at least understand the relation that I will use with sports with life. But we can get complacent by being around those who are okay with losing, just competing. And I'll just be honest right now, I love the harmony of the world that's, that we got events that, give people, awards and stuff for just competing. However, I just think kind of that's it's misleading into what life is going to do for you. Now, if family, because that's who's around normally when you get those type of awards. Now, family is going to be that one that you can be okay with getting the participation. And they said, okay, it was just great that you made an effort and try. And if that can be enough for you to operate off of. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the sectors where they're not giving these cooperate stuff. Like what that young boy was nominated for from Northside for the McDonald's All-American. No, there's not no. Either you got it or you don't. Because those ones that got it normally are on a path to professional sports that's going to have a lucrative financial career if they want to know how to operate it. So that makes it different. So when it comes down to initiatives of changing poverty, which is what we initially came from here, 25 years, Matt Chittum wrote about 2 years ago, of in Northwest Roanoke, where I've seen some of the richest people to come out of Roanoke, that I know at least, all come out of Northwest Roanoke. So how are we leaving it so empty? How are we allowing it to get to this place without taking ownership ourselves of saying, hey, now it's coming. We can put pressure on those powers to be that has been siphoning it away from us to make sure that now it goes where it's supposed to be, because we have powerful people. We only got one or two people in place. People can be easily picked off. But when you got everyone that's now white, black, and different that agrees that it's important to make sure that the right and the opportunities here in Gainesboro and all of Northwest, because I love Roanoke and I'm going to get to Roanoke, but Roanoke, the rest of y'all sectors are, somebody's over there working with y'all. But I know that we are directed to Northwest Roanoke, because imagine this. Imagine if Northwest Roanoke is one of the weaker links on the team. And imagine with just now doing extra drills with that weak link on the team, it now starts shooting and so that it can actually put some real numbers up. That's got to shift your team into another dynamic. And so that's our thing. I think is believing that we do our best to support anything that's moving around here. Now, this is what your boy's going to, and this is why I'm glad for those who come into the 45-degree angle, because this is not rant time. This is real time. Like T.I. said, I'm not trying to be a role model. I'm being a real model. I'm being someone who's real, who has real data, real numbers to show that it can be attained. I'm not trying to get away from y'all and say, let me go try to get millions and millions and millions so that now y'all can try to run up and catch with me. No, I've always tried to be a team player to say, look here, we've sustained this thing that people said wasn't even a business 3 years ago. I've had people who have been in a very good place that could have done good business with us look at us and say, well, y'all not even in real business now, without knowing we went through all the steps, same steps, business plan, operating from it, and went by the numbers with it each time. But we ain't got to try to prove that stuff to nobody. We let them think what they want to think. Into a place where we got where we wanted to, so that these last 2 years, we have been over $100,000 because we went through all the obstacles that people in our same predicament would face. Because now if we could stay over $100,000, that means 9 other businesses can do that right here where we're at, and we got $1 million worth of operating capital, of business capital, happening right here from a building that many thought shouldn't even still be here. So that's the purpose why we do this, man. And now being amongst the team of those who are used to winning. I'm not used to losing. So therefore, when people say or whatever like that, it's never been, if you've been measuring what we've been doing on money, you have totally missed the concept, because that's been one of the reasons why our area hasn't been able to be replenished. We've been trying to catch up with the money, that now money, they can make more money. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. Each time they start getting close, they start making more money. But being ahead in the power curve in spaces such as the options to that, like cryptocurrencies and things like that, being in the same type of sectors. Let's not talk about a Black Wall Street. T-Boy is Black Wall Street, but I don't keep saying that because they're not going to kill me. Not before we get it done. Your investment to this now allows you to be a part of the building and the growth of these 9 businesses. So we ain't going to be able to say it can't happen. It only can't happen if we don't team up. Pretty smart, huh? Yeah. Well, man, I love being able to be here with you guys, and I want us to keep talking about it, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep showing that it's possible. But right now, I do got to take care of some business, man. We got to let and show love to those who show love to us, man. Big shouts out to VIPs for always staying on the ground, bringing quality entertainment and quality, just being downtown with their thizzle. I mean, to have a bar downtown, I don't care what you say about them, what you say about whatever, to keep a sports bar and bistro at that location, man, hats off to them. And at this time, if you're not going down there patronize and you going anywhere else and stuff downtown, shame on you. Shame on you, because you should. I mean, now they've weathered the storm where they didn't need you all to try to make sure they made their bottom line. They still found a way to make a bottom line. So now you owe it to yourself to go get an urban vibe of downtown Roanoke. And here go your opportunity. Laughing Out Loud. It's going down tomorrow night, man. Tomorrow night. It's going to be happening right there at VIP Sports Bar and Bistro. I got 2 tickets, man. I got 2 tickets that I'm going to get somebody, man. All you got to do is go ahead, go to our Facebook page and go to our Facebook page and say, I want those tickets. Go to the Focus Radio Facebook page and say, I want those tickets. And we'll get you right, man, to go check them out tomorrow night. One show, Bruh Man. Y'all remember Bruh Man, out there from on Martin. He's been doing this thing. He's been out on tour. Saw him down in Raleigh a couple weeks ago, getting it in. And always funny, the mayor, man, Chris Thomas, will be down here doing his thing with him, and also another special guest, man. So go ahead and go buy some tickets. But hey, right now you got a chance to win them by sending on the page. But go out and support that thing, man, so we can keep on bringing quality entertainment. And we're going to let y'all know that the place to be this summer is Take Back Our Yard, man. Take Back Our Yard is going to get it in. Go-Go Bandit has never been here before, and one of the pioneers in this go-go space will be coming August 3rd. One of the most soulful singers that y'all heard, she did her thing alongside. I told you we making this thing being close to Hove. Ask Hove to come here. So when Hove blessed us with his most intimate project and hasn't really done another one since then. When he did that MTV Unplugged, the one who sang pretty much every record stuff with him, Jaguar Wright, she will be here August 3rd, man. T-Boy, man, it's going down, as well as some awesome DJs that's going to come here and bring the day party vibe. It's going to be a wonderful experience, man. Gainsboro is going to be blocked off. Gainsboro Road from Wells, Jefferson, all that's going to be there. Outside Mall. If you've ever lived or been down to Miami, you think about Lincoln Town, you think about the outside mall aspect of Miami. That's what we're going to be bringing out there, man, as well as giving people a chance to get their business going, man, because that's what we're here for. Don't do me no good just to go out here and make all that money like I used to. It makes more sense to now say, hey, let's close this gap and make some money together and get this thing done, man, because I see everybody is, and one way or other it's got to happen because God said it's supposed to, and our ancestors, man, fought very hard. The information, the energy I get from being down here in this place is something that I can't even explain to you guys. So thank you all who come down and join this room with me each night. We're going to keep on pushing this envelope, man, until we get done what we said is going to get done. Make sure you're waking up tomorrow morning with the Daily Grind Show with the lovely Miss Erica Kane. But I got to get ready to get up out of here, but I always love to leave you by saying that thing inside you, it's not a dream, it's your purpose. Set your sights on your targets and hit them because the only one that can stop you is you. Once you truly start to believe in that thing and walk in your act of faith, God will allow it to manifest, and I promise you it's not something I heard. It's something we're living every day and so grateful for it. Being a broadcast live from the great city of Roanoke, Virginia, man. Ooh, let me make sure I take it up so you see Star City. The Star City shirts, man, it's really real, man. We about to, like I said, it's getting summertime, so make sure you get your Star City gear. Y'all can hit us up. That's another one of those businesses that we know they if they didn't hit 100,000 last year, they right there, and so we already know that's another one. So that's two. Al's Curb Appeal out there getting in work, so we know they right there next to B&B Fashion. They getting it. Everybody's getting it, so we know it's an attainable goal. But we want y'all to be a part of it, man. Love y'all. Gotta get up out of here. But peace, and we'll see you tomorrow, all right?